One thing that almost all of the turtles go through at least once in their lifetime is swollen eyes. And if you have watched this video about 10 signs of a dying turtle, then you know that swollen eyes was one of them. And so today we'll be covering everything about this problem. Most of the times turtles usually recover from this problem, but sometimes unfortunately, especially if they are hatchling and they are this tiny, then they just die, and they die not because of the swollen eyes mainly, but because they cannot see, they stop eating. And keep in mind that they are in immense pain at this point. So the pain and the fact that they cannot see, they just stop eating, and when they stop eating they just starve, and they start starving and they die. First of all, we'll be talking about why turtles get swollen eyes. Then second, we'll be talking about what causes swollen eyes in turtle. Third, we'll be talking about preventing the swollen eyes in the first place. And the fourth thing we'll be talking about is treatment of the swollen eyes. I will provide with timestamps in the description box, so if you want to just jump to the treatment or only to what causes it, then you can jump to any part. I have no problem. Let us first talk about why. So sometimes the turtle's eyes just get irritated. Maybe some sand particles enter its eye, or some dirt, or maybe the claws of its fellow tank mate enter its eye, and it irritates the eye and it swells up. But most of the time it's not the case because the turtles have tear glands, and they cry when they are irritated. If you know what I'm talking about, turtles don't cry out of emotions. If they seem to be crying, then that's just because their eye is irritated and they are trying to secrete excess salt. We talked about that in this video. But yes, they are capable of flushing their eye out, so it's not usually that the eye is irritated. The only situation in which irritated eye will cause a swelled up eye is if the turtle is dehydrated and the turtle does not have enough water in its body to flush out its eye. The second and the most common reason why turtles get swelly eyes is because of bacterial infection. Bacterial infection is probably the most common reason why turtles have swelly eyes. The irritating eye is not that common. Almost all turtles that have these swelly eyes, the problem will be with bacterial infection and not irritated eye. Now second, let's talk about what causes the bacteria to build up. Well, when you don't clean your turtle's water or the enclosure, and you have leftover food in it and feces from like 3 days ago, then bacteria will start feeding on that, they will start multiplying, and it will be a bad habitat for the turtle. And then when the turtle takes a dip in its dirty water, then the bacteria will end up on its eyes and nose and everywhere on its body. And because eyes are more vulnerable, they will be the first thing that will be affected by the bacteria. So yes, bad living conditions are what causes turtles' eyes to swell, because bacteria thrive in feces and dirty water and leftover foods. The second thing that also helps in bacteria to attack the turtle's eye is if the turtle does not have a varied diet. And because of a non-varied diet, the turtle will usually not have all the necessary vitamins, and he will be just a little weaker than other turtles. That will make him a little more vulnerable to the bacteria which will attack his eye. So yes, bad water quality and bad diet are the two reasons that usually cause turtle to have swelly eyes. Third, we'll talk about preventing the turtles from getting a swelly eye in the first place. And yes, you guessed it, it's keeping the water and the tank clean and providing your turtle with a varied diet. For varied diet, don't only just feed pellets, but also add some shrimps, add some dried fish, add some veggies. Older turtle especially require more veggies, whereas the younger turtles are more of a have a more carnivorous diet as compared to the older ones. These guys need more veggies as compared to a hatchling. Give them a varied diet. Sometimes maybe sprinkle their food with vitamin supplements or calcium powder. Just do that. Sometimes I'm not a huge fan of powders and liquid supplements, because I think they should just get the required vitamins from their diet. But it's okay to sometimes just supplement it if you are not sure if the turtle is going to get all the vitamins required. And keeping the water clean is easy. The best and the easiest thing to do is installing a good quality filter and clean the filter regularly. The sponge in the filter needs to be cleaned, so clean it regularly. My turtles, as you all know, don't really like deep water, so the water that my turtles have is way smaller than what actually this turtle should have. So for me it's just easy to change the whole water at once. That is what I do. You can install a filter if you want. Yeah, so just keep the water clean and also the basking spot, and give your turtle a varied diet. Fourth, let's talk about the treatment of swelly eyes. This treatment will only work if your turtle is having swollen eyes due to bacterial infection and not because of irritated eye or any other reasons. So if you are unsure if your turtle has bacterial infection, or if you are just unsure about any medications, don't just experiment on your turtle. I would recommend you to take your turtle to a vet. The vet will make sure that your turtle stays happy and gets the medical need that it requires, and you can be 100% sure that you are doing the right thing for your turtle. For the treatment you will require antibiotics, and one of the most common antibiotics that we had back when my turtles used to get swollen eyes is Terramycin. The Terramycin is a capsule. It comes in two forms, the 251 and Terramycin 500. And you just open the capsule and dilute it in water and let your turtle sit in there for 25 to 35 minutes at the max every single day, once a day, until the swelling reduces significantly or just vanishes altogether. The Terramycin 250 will be diluted in 12ish liters of water. The complete capsule will be diluted in 12 liters of water, whereas with Terramycin 500 only half of the capsule would be needed. Yes, dilute it in 12-13 liters of water. Let your turtle sit there for nearly 30 minutes once a day until the swelling goes away. Recently I also discovered that Terramycin is also available in a cream form, which you can directly apply to your turtle's eyes. And so yes, you can apply Terramycin directly, cream one directly to your turtle's eyes. Also, Tayo makes eye drops specifically for turtles, and specifically for swollen eyes. I recommend that you get those if your turtle is suffering from swollen eyes. Here's a pro tip: if you are applying it directly to the eyes, a good thing to do is just get your UV bulb or the light and make sure that keep it from away, like a meter away, and point the turtle towards the source of light. And the turtle, when direct light hits the turtle's eyelids, the turtle naturally will try to open its eye as much as possible. It's just a natural reflex, and when it tries to open its eyes, that is when you apply it, so that it gets as much into its eyes as possible. So yes, you use the UVB lamp or the sun. Just point your turtle's eyes toward the sun or the UVB light. Keep it a meter away, and then try applying the cream on your turtle's eyes. Cream or the eye drop on your turtle. Second thing to do will be to supplement their vitamins, and the best way to do that will be through a veggie soak or a carrot soak. There are ton of people who have made a video on how to do that. Check that out. Basically, you just grind carrots or other vegetables and dilute it in water. Heat it up just a bit, or just don't heat it up. If you are heating it up just a little, you should be comfortable. You don't want to burn your turtle. Heat it up just a little, or just don't heat it, and then let your turtle sit in the water for like again 30 minutes once or twice a day, and it will just absorb a lot of nutrients from that. The third thing will be feeding your turtle. Now, as I told you earlier, your turtle will have a hard time finding its food. He is in super pain and he would not be able to see, so he might stop eating, and you don't want your turtle to die because of starving. So you will have to feed him and guide him to food. The best way to do is just get a smaller tub, just a little bigger than the turtle, and feed the turtle in the smaller tub, so that the turtle does not really need to look around for food. One other thing that you can do is just use a forceps and feed the turtle using forceps, or make a paste of the pellets or any food that you are feeding your turtle and try to put it in their mouth. And if this all does not work, then The last thing will be catering. The
Catering is not the right term for the process. I don't know what the process is actually called, but it's not the right term.
turtle, that means just putting a very narrow tube directly in the turtle's stomach, and I do not recommend you to do this. If you do this wrong, the turtle has a high likelihood of dying if you just don't do this correctly. So I recommend you to take your turtle to the vet if you want to cater your turtle. Don't do this on your own if you're not experienced. I don't experiment on your turtle. Let the vets handle the turtle. Also, if your turtle is not eating from 3 to 4 days, then I think it's high time to take your turtle to the vet. Instead of searching the internet on how to treat swollenizing turtle, look, your turtle will be best in the hands of vet. Vets are professional, they know what they are doing. You can be 100% sure when you give your turtle to a vet. So yes, if your turtle is not eating and if you are not sure about anything, then just take it to the vet. That's the best advice that I can give you as a turtle owner. So yes, that was it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something new. Take your turtle to the vet if you are unsure again. Check out some other videos. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel, like this video. Thank you.